Hi, my name is Jude, and I'm going to read you a book called Those Mean, Nasty, Dirty, Downright Disgusting but Invisible Germs. Germs are a really important thing to know about because germs can make us sick. And one of the germs that we're hearing about recently a lot is called a virus. Viruses are germs too. And the hard thing about germs is that they're invisible. Viruses and germs are invisible, and that means you can't see them. So if you're looking for germs and the virus, you can't see it. So this book is going to talk about what do you do to get rid of germs. First, I want to talk about something else you might have seen with all this virus talk. Maybe you've heard the word COVID, and maybe you've seen that people are wearing masks on their faces. It's not Halloween, they're wearing things on their face to cover their nose and their mouth. So these masks are meant to keep your sneezes and your coughs and the wet stuff from your mouth and your mucus from your nose from going on other people. And you don't want to catch any of that from their mouth when you breathe in either, in your mouth or nose. So you might wear a mask. Maybe somebody made you a chicken mask. Anyhow, even more importantly, because sometimes you're out running around outside and there's nobody around. You don't have to wear a mask. Or you're in your house and you're with your family and you don't have to wear a mask. But there's still germs that you want to keep out of your body so that you don't get sick. So let's learn about what to do. You can do it regularly, lots of times a day. Those Mean, Nasty, Dirty, Downright Disgusting but Invisible Germs, written by Judith Rice. She wrote the words, Judith Ann Rice, and illustrated by Reed Merrill. Reed made the drawings of what germs might look like if you could see them. This is Rosa. She is 5 years old. One day, while she was at school, painting the most beautiful rainbow, a mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting but invisible germ got on her hand. The kind of germ that can give you an earache. And if you could see it, maybe it would look like this. The next germ came along while Rosa was building a space station with wooden blocks. It was a mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germ. The kind of germ that can give you a headache. And if you could see it, maybe it would look like this. Then while Rosa was reading the most interesting story, a mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germ got on her hand. The kind of germ that could give you a sore throat. And if you could see it, maybe it would look like this. Next, Rosa was pretending to be all grown up when a mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germ got on her hand. The kind of germ that could give you a temperature. And if you could see it, maybe it would look like this. Last but not least, when the worst, most horrible, mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germ of all got on her hand while she was driving her truck to Alaska. It's the kind of germ that can make you throw up. And if you could see it, it might look like this. Now Rosa's hands were covered with mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germs. And thank goodness Rosa knows what we all need to know, how to get rid of germs. So before lunch, Rosa washed her hands with lots of soap and water. She couldn't hear them, but while she rubbed and scrubbed and rinsed and rubbed, yikes, screamed the germ that can give you an earache as it went swirling, whirling down the drain. Foiled Run, shouted the germ that can give you a headache as it went swirling, whirling down the drain. Whoa, cried the germ that gives you a sore throat as it went swirling, whirling down the drain. Oh no, steamed the germ that gives you a fever as it went swirling, whirling down the drain. Now, do you think that was the end of all those horrible germs? Nope. There was one germ left behind. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest, downright disgustingest, but most invisiblest germ of all. The germ that makes you throw up was hiding out in the palm of Rosa's hand. You know, germs like wet places, and Rosa's hands were wet from washing, and they like warm places, and our bodies are always warm. But being the wonderfully intelligent child that Rosa is, she knew all about what germs like. So she carefully dried her hands. She couldn't hear it, but the germ that makes you throw up said, "I'll be back," as Rosa threw it into the waste paper basket. Then Rosa picked up her peanut butter and banana sandwich with her clean, germ-free hands and said, "Simply delicious." And even though she knew all those mean, nasty, dirty, downright disgusting, but invisible germs would be back, Rosa felt safe and happy because she knew what you need to know. Hand washing gets rid of germs. Now, before we go wash our hands for lunch, maybe you want to see some real germs. These are some pictures taken with a really strong camera that can see things that we can't see with our eyes. So germs can be seen, but not by us. They're invisible to us when we just look around. But the microscope can see little tiny things and make them big enough for us to see. Time for lunch.